to stay.
Radio, the way it should be heard.
You got the power.
The views and opinions expressed are those of the host and guest and not necessarily those of TalkTainmentRadio.com, the management, the staff, or K&E World Network, LLC.
Live call-in talk show. Dial 1-877-932-9766 and join the conversation here on TalkTainmentRadio.com.
We go where you go, the world's greatest radio. You're in touch with This is Libby. I'm Libby, and this is radio the way it should be heard. Call in at 1-877-932-9766 and talk to you some Libby. Today, I want to talk to you about the sweet manipulation of Valentine's Day. Oh yes, it's almost upon us, Valentine's Day, and I want to make sure you understand that you are being played. You've heard me say that before. It's the truth, but this is the sweetest deal ever. Sweetest deal ever. Now, I want you to remember that Talktainment is now on Facebook TV. You understand? Log into facebook.com/Talktainment, and you can now hear and see my program, This is Libby, on facebook.com at Talktainment. And you can also like us. We're interested in your comments. I'm especially interested in your comments this evening. So if you feel led to, call me 1-877-932-9766 and let's talk about the sweet manipulation of Valentine's Day. It's delicious. Now I have a resource, a couple of them, and I'll share those with you. And that resource, one of them is called BibleStudy.org. BibleStudy.org, yeah. So here's what happens. I go to BibleStudy.org because I'm interested in Valentine's Day. I want to know what the deal is, you know. And the origin of Valentine's Day is very interesting to me. So my question to you is going to be, why are you doing this? Why are you doing this? And a lot of times I came up with the concept that it just feels good. Everything about Valentine's Day feels good to me, except the origin. I'll share with you what I'm talking about. BibleStudy.org says this, and I'll read it real quick. Though hearts and roses are red, retailers and business owners see the green of money. And when it comes to celebrating Valentine's Day, they are right there. Okay. The celebration, Valentine's Day, ranks highest in sales. And I'm talking about chocolate candy sales. Yes. Delicious. I love chocolate candy. But according to this, the annual spending in 2014 was more than $13 billion with a B dollars. U.S. consumers spent around $116 average on gifts and merchandise. Yes, see, that's sweet. Somebody's very interested in your mindset, and they're interested in how you feel and how feelings come about, because Valentine's Day, as I continue to do some of my research, it says that we're talking about feelings. Emotions. We're talking about how it feels to receive a gift, how it feels to give a gift, all based on feelings. $13 billion. Did you get some of that $13 billion? Because I'm going to make sure you understand who do. Teachers receive the most Valentine cards, followed by children, mothers, wives, and then sweethearts. Let's do it again. Teachers receive the most Valentine cards, followed by children, mothers, wives, and then sweethearts. Teachers are very important in our lives, in the lives of our children. They deserve every good thing they get. I just find it interesting that just from that statement alone, there's purchasing that has to be done before the teacher actually receives her card and she says, oh, that is so, and it's worth every effort to make sure that the teacher knows she's appreciated, she or he. Children ages 6 through 10 exchange more than 650 million cards with teachers, classmates, and family members. So think about it for a second, how wonderful it is to have that sweet child to bring you a card, whether they drew it with crayon or chalk or ink, pencil, but they wanted to be sure that you understand how much you are important to them and where you sit in their lives. So teachers first, they get dibs, first dibs. Classmates, I remember when I was in elementary school, how important it was for my parents to provide me with that little box. You know that little box, this is like yay big and yay wide, and it was full of envelopes, white and red, and those little envelopes had cards. And the cards are probably no bigger than this. To a child, it's like huge. So what happens, you see, is that we have the pleasure of giving that card to the teacher, and we really had pleasure giving a card to the classmate. If you had a favorite classmate or you had a favorite best friend, you wanted to make sure they got their card. And if you had just a little bit of a crush, you wanted to make sure they got that card. That might be the one thing that you can do for them at that time to express your connection with them or your interest in them. You could be 6, 7 years old, doesn't matter. That card was something to be given. So think about the monies that are and the efforts that are done for that. And then you've got family members, and they had to receive their card, grandma and grandpa, and then of course there was mommy. Mommy always had to have her card. So you did what you needed to do. Whether you, at the time, we used to like sell pop bottles or we call it recycle now. But you did what you needed to do to save your money and, of course, ask if someone would help you with the cost of buying that box of Valentine cards. Now, if I remember correctly, that box probably cost maybe $1. Maybe $1.50. Not quite sure what they cost now. However, it was very, very important to go through and make sure you followed through to make sure you had your cards. And here's the best part. When you left school and you got home, you had a whole collection of Valentine cards because everybody gave you one too. And it was so cool because the handwriting was on there in cursive. Yes. And then there was always a Valentine party. I was going to say holiday party, but Valentine party. So at this party, see, there would be candies and cupcakes and juice like punch. Just those little cups meant everything. And do you have memories of the Valentines that were sugar? They went in straight sugar. And what happens is they're little teeny hearts, and they'd have little writing on there saying love and kisses and you are mine. If you got the bigger ones, you have 3 words. 3 words. You are mine and I am yours and, kiss me. I remember those, and they tasted good. It was sugar went straight to your brain and made you feel really good. Again, and a holiday that specifies in interest in sugary sweeties, the feel-good feeling, and that comfort feeling. You feel like somebody cares about you at that time on that day. Additionally, 196 million roses are produced to celebrate Valentine's Day. 196 million. So let's see who's getting a cut here. First of all, my understanding by those who do produce roses every year in their gardens say they require a lot of care, a lot of attention. They're one of those finicky plants, unless you've got the touch. Now, if you've got the touch, you can grow roses anywhere. I'm using my mom right now because she is one who, she can put her hands near an African violet and it'll just spring up and come to life. Where I don't even buy them because I already know that they just won't respond to me very well. But it's the same with roses. My understanding is that those who really resonate to roses and connect with roses, they are one of the most difficult plants to care for and promote and get to grow. If you got that, now that's what I was told. But then based on my result with roses, it's like I think they know what they're talking about. And I just wanted to be sure that you understood that, how important it is that somebody spends the time, energy, and money to get you roses. Now, as I was looking through my notes, I came across the reason for, or the origin of, Valentine's Day. I want to share that with you, and I want to make sure that I'm clear. If I mispronounce the word, call me up, 1-877-932-9766. Say, Libby, you didn't say that right. And we'll just have a good laugh, but I will try to get this information to you right now. So according to, let's see, according to these notes, now, in 313 AD, the Roman Emperor Constantine the Great legalized Christianity, because for a while they gave Christians the absolute blues. And so what happened, then, as time moved along, the people had to make adjustments for their newfound freedom to express themselves as Christians. In 380 AD, Christianity became the official state religion of the Roman Empire. So from 313 to 380 AD, there was a window of time where an adjustment was made where you could openly practice the religion of Christianity. Now, the pagans, however, who adopted Christianity as their religion, did not entirely abandon their traditions and practices that they held before their conversion. So they carried some of their practices with them, and one of these traditions that was brought into the church was the fertility celebration known as Lupercalia, which eventually became the Valentine's Day. And I will spell it Lupercalia, in case you want to look it up. This eventually became Valentine's Day. So what happens then? It says that the Christianized form of the festival of Lupercalia was officially adopted by the church as a time to honor Saint Valentine, and he was Saint Valentine was the patron saint of lovers, patron saint of lovers, and Lupercalia. Now, how do we put that together? Well, let me see. 24 years. Yes, 24 years after the death of the emperor, I think his name was Anthemius. I may have pronounced that wrong, who was still celebrated. He still celebrated the pagan festivals, you see. So now we have a little conflict here in my thinking. It's like, okay, so Anthemius, I believe that's the way to say it. Now, he still celebrated the pagan festival, but then it would be easier and better to honor the saint of romance and romantic causes instead of recognizing a pagan festival. You see, you didn't want to openly admit that this right here is not Christianity, but okay, we'll just let it go. And we'll call it St. Valentine's Day for the patron saint of love. And so it makes it feel a little better. There's that feeling thing again. I'm telling you, this feeling is everything when it comes to this holiday and most holidays. In fact, feeling is the key for pretty much everything. So I'll share a little bit more. Now, the Lupercalia celebration was partly in honor of Lupa. Now, Lupa is spelled L-U-P-A. I'm laughing because Lupa was a she-wolf. According to the legend, Lupa was a she-wolf. And she nursed 2 infants. And their name was Romulus and Remus. Now, this is what I was reading. And I slowed down because, you know, these babies founded the city of Rome in 753 BC. Okay? Slow it down just a bit, Libby. Let it sink in a bit. Okay, so you're celebrating a holiday that's based on a legend about a she-wolf who suckled 2 infant babies, right? 2 infant babies. And they became the ones who actually brought Rome into existence. And this was around 753 BC. Also, the Roman god, let me see if I'm going to spell this first. Is it Lupercus? It's Lupercus. And he was the god of shepherds. So now think about Christianity. Now you're talking about the God of shepherds. Thou shalt have no other gods before me. God of shepherds and a she-wolf whose name was Lupa. And this tradition is being brought into the church and changed so that it's easier to swallow, so that the pagan practices were easier to swallow. So they renamed it after St. Valentine, who was the patron saint of lovers. Okay, now you got to keep in mind that it's a Lupercus. He was the Roman equivalent to the Greek god Pan. And so Valentine's Day, and this comes through the resource of Valentine's Day History Channel website. I want to make sure I get that correct for you. Now, I'm trying to sum this up by asking you yet again, are you sure why are you doing this? Nope, won't take anything away from the delicious holiday of Valentine's Day. I love candy. I enjoy flowers and sweeties and delicious meals, and I love it all. I bought into it just like you, but I wanted to know about this Valentine's Day thing. Where did it come from? And like many of the traditions and practices of the church, they come from somewhere else, and it has to do with gods and idols and symbols and practices and all of the above. I ain't mad at you. I ain't mad at you. The end result is a good result. If you know what you're doing, if you're aware what's being done to you, you are being played. But it's delicious. And if you want to stay on it and stay in it, it's okay. But just remember that $13 billion is raked in. Oh, the banks are loving you. The economy is loving you because you're enjoying the good feeling of a holiday that was based on pagan legend. Just want to make sure you understand. Now, clear my throat just a little because I was just saying how much I enjoy all of the benefits of Valentine's Day. FYI, Even if you don't have a sweetie and a lovey, you can treat yourself well. Buy your own flowers. Buy your own candy. Get your own bottle of wine. Get your own bottle of sherry, whatever it is you enjoy. Iced tea, sweet tea, lemonade, whatever that is. Go on and enjoy it. Do it yourself. Treat yourself well. You don't have to have, I know you don't have to have a lovey person, a partner. If that's your circumstances, then make the best of it. Honey, as long as you're happy, that's all that matters. That's all that matters. You understand what I'm talking about? Let me do this real quick. The red roses were the favorite flower of Venus. She was the Roman goddess of love. The red is also a color that signifies strong feelings. Hang on a second. Now, strong feelings is important. Remember, I told you about this whole subject. It has to do with feelings, how one makes you feel. And so we're talking about the feeling of love, the feeling of affection, the feeling of appreciation. We're talking about that. So enjoy that the color red is in front of your face. In front of your face. It represents strong feelings, passion. The other end of it is anger. And you want to stay away from the anger because there's no productivity in it if you're trying to facilitate a good feeling. You don't want to indulge in that too much. The physical body will take on a different vibe, and there's nothing happy about that. Let me tell you something I'm happy about, though. See, talktainmentradio.com is a 24/7, no charge, worldwide broadcasting facility with hosts delivering on various topics such as news, lifestyle, sports, law, health and wellness, religion, politics, you see? And here's several shows I'd like to share with you. Okay, there's The Voice of Pink Pearl with Lanita Smith. There's The Compensatory Concept, Pastor O Speaks, The Kinsman, and there's also All in the Family. There's just all kinds of shows for you to enjoy. And you can go to talktainmentradio.com and click on programs for the scheduled times. Talktainmentradio.com is the world's greatest radio. It's radio the way it should be heard. There's somebody with me. I better put a little headset on.
Yes, somebody is with you.
I am so happy to hear that you're with me. How are
This
you?
is Lady J from the show New Money.
Well, all righty then. That's what I'm talking about. She's also a host on talktainmentradio.com. Lady J, tell me a little bit about your show. Tell us all.
New Money is a show all about social media and how you can make money online, and how even brick-and-mortar businesses can move into the social media realm to attract new up-and-coming customers, reach not just their current customers, but new ones through social media. We teach all of that, all about marketing, making money online, and social media, and how it can be a useful tool.
Okay. Well, do you understand that Valentine's Day brings in at least 13 billion, B with a boy, dollars every year?
Oh, I believe it.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I want you to share your feelings as well as your thoughts about some of the things that I've learned about Valentine's Day. I had asked, why are we doing this? I'm not really concerned that you are or not, except I want you to know that this exists for us. This concept of the holiday based on a pagan ceremony brought into the church, it was around 380 AD, and then incorporated into the church, Catholic Church, and I hope I said that right. However, where I'm going with this is real simple. We're in a $13 billion industry, spending a bazooty of money, and you know about a bazooty of money, yes?
Yes.
Okay. So I just need to make sure folks understand ask themselves, why are you doing this? Or are you aware of why you're doing this? So one of the things I wanted to share in some of my lookups is Valentine's symbols. Cupid was one of those. I spoke about roses. Do you like roses?
I do like roses.
Why?
Because I was taught that roses were a symbol of love. Now, unless I missed something, let me know. But I was taught that roses were a symbol of love, but I've even heard roses kind of used in a joking way, that when someone says there were a rose between two thorns, because roses do have thorns on them.
Yes.
So I kind of know what that means, and I kind of don't.
Well, it says that red is a color that signifies strong feelings. And red being passion, okay, that's one. Or on the other end of the spectrum could be anger. And we want to stay, you do want to stay away from anger. But one of the symbols is Cupid. And in Roman mythology, Cupid is the god of desire and affection and erotic love.
Mm-hmm.
I could never connect that when I was younger, because Cupid is portrayed as a baby, looks like a baby angel. And so why would you have a baby angel representing the god of erotic love? It may be the result of erotic love, however. But it says Cupid appears to be shooting his bow to inspire romantic love. So now there's a difference between erotic love and romantic love. Do you want to talk about that, or shall I?
Both of those things make babies.
They facilitate the desire to do so. Yes, they
yes,
do.
That's
and that strong feeling we were talking about.
They facilitate. Yes.
The strong feeling.
Yes.
Well, there are other influences, and I'm going to share those with you as well. The heart. It says that it's unclear the origin of the familiar heart shape that's used in Valentine's celebration. The city-state of Syria, is it Cyrene or Cyrus? I have to look that one up. Had a lucrative trade in the plant, which it had a heart shape. And you know what happened? They worked the market on that heart-shaped plant to the point of extinction. It doesn't exist anymore. I'm concerned about some of our other practices. However, Slate.com has this. And so that's the reason for the heart shape. That's the origin of the concept of the heart shape. Now my questions are money, 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 and follow the money. And you having a show about money, can you just give me, what is the concept for people when they think about money? What are they thinking? What are they doing?
Money symbolizes wealth, symbolizes prosperity, symbolizes growth.
Really?
For some people, money is a way of showing their own way of showing love or affection, because they spent their money or they've given money to show somebody that they care.
Oh, really? So it's very powerful.
It is. You know, money can be the good and the evil in many relationships, too.
Okay, well, listen to this. TalkTainmentRadio.com. We go where you go. Check us out on 94.1 WGRN, and the podcasts are available. Now, download TalkTainmentRadio.com app to your cell or tablet. That's radio, the way it should be heard. You stay right there. The sweet manipulation of Valentine's Day is delicious. Coming up next on TalkTainmentRadio.com. For the best home fragrance and beauty products, shop Ash Kickin' online.
That's ASHKICKIN.
Made with 100% natural quality ingredients and handcrafted with your family in mind, Ash Kickin' products are better than those other guys. Ash Kickin' candles, incense, body butter, face moisturizer, and hair moisturizer are priced just right, and you can get yours at 10% off with coupon code TALK17. Support this 100% black-owned business and get your home and body smelling and feeling all right.
That's ASHKICKIN.
Shop Ash Kickin' online at www.ashkickin.com.
Girlfriend, why are you in such a good mood on a Monday morning?
We just bought a foreclosed home and saved a ton of money.
A ton of money? What a blessing. Tell me how.
Well, Linco Realty specializes in selling foreclosed homes.
Linco Realty? I've heard about them on the radio. Yeah, that smart people buy foreclosed homes ad. Don't they have that website with all those vacant government and bank-owned foreclosed homes?
Yes, that's repohomelist.com. And they have lenders with purchase and repair money, even down payment assistance and credit repair.
No money down, plus purchase and repair money? What's the number?
614-375-2289. Record low interest rates make some homes cheaper than rent.
Well, Bill wants a new home. Can Linco Realty help us?
Yes, Linco Realty can sell you a new home in over 50 communities around Central Ohio. They've been in business for over 35 years.
Wow, you've really been blessed.
Yes, we have, and you can too. Call Lincoln Realty today at 614-375-2289.
Are you ready for a high school that allows you to work at a place that is right for you? Are you ready to earn a certification in healthcare, business, or manufacturing while achieving your high school diploma? Then you are ready for Life Skills High School, a free public school option for high school students 16 to 21 years old. Learn more about your free high school educational options at lifeskillshs.org or call them at 1-800-888-7992. Life Skills High School, education that fits your life.
I've got the water, energy bars, and camera. I think we're set for the hike.
Almost. We need to protect our skin. Don't forget your wide-brimmed hat and sunscreen.
All right. I've got the hat. I've got SPF 30. Will that work?
Yeah, anything 15 or higher is good. Just make sure it says broad spectrum.
Great. Got it. I am not getting burned again. Let's go.
Learn more at cdc.gov/cancer.
This is Al Edmondson, owner of a Cutter Brother Rest Barbershop. I'm calling on all barbers and beauticians. It's time for us to unite as one. We can serve our communities better together. Join the Ohio Black Barber Beauty Network. For more information, visit www.obbn.org or call 614-427-3226 to get more information. Be the change that you want to see in your community. Join our network.
If you or someone you know is abusing drugs and or alcohol and want to stop the abuse, contact APDS at 1409 East Livingston Avenue. Office hours are 9 a.m. to 8 p.m. daily and 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. on Saturday. APDS is certified by the Ohio Department of Mental Health and Addiction Services and primarily funded through the Adam H. Board. Fees are based on your income and Medicaid is always accepted. For more information, call 614-253-4448.
Every year, June marks the beginning of two busy seasons, summer and wedding season. If you are legally changing your name, you need to apply for a replacement Social Security card reflecting your new name. This is easier to fix now when you first change your name than years from now when you retire. So go to our website at www.socialsecurity.gov/SS number or call us at 1-800-772-1213, TTY 1-800-325-0778 to find out what specific documents you need to change your name and apply for a replacement card.
Live call-in talk show. Dial 1-877-932-9766 and join the conversation here on TalkTameRadio.com.
TalkTameRadio.com. You go where you go. Download Talktainment Radio app to your cell or tablet. That's radio, the way it should be heard. Now, this is Libby, and you're listening to This is Libby. And with us is Lady J, and our conversation is about the sweet manipulation of Valentine's Day. Call in 1-877-932-9766. Talk to you some Libby about the sweet manipulation. Lady J, guess what?
Yes.
Money,
I am here.
Money, money, money. Do you see the trail of money?
I see it.
I am so happy that you have contacted me right now. You know why?
Why?
Because everything about this holiday is about somebody filling their pockets full. And I'm just happy that the people that are filling their pockets or letting go of money from their pockets are feeling okay. It's the one time when being played don't feel so bad. So let me start with, let's start at the beginning, okay? When it comes to Valentine's Day, and you chime in whenever you hear me say something of interest.
Okay.
All right. The providers of the merchandise for Valentine's Day, let's go all the way back to the trees. The trees are used for paper. So you've got the equipment for the tree delivery and the paper delivery. You got workers involved who have to be paid for this time of year where paper is so very important. Yes. Then you've got the designers for the cards. You've got mass production of those cards.
Yes.
Then you have the mail delivery.
Yes.
You have printers that need ink and colorful paper for boxes.
Yes.
Then you've got envelopes. You've got paper for the boxes. These are gift boxes, or gift bags. But you need those trees. So the tree industry benefits from Valentine's Day, big time.
Yes, it does.
Yes, sir. You need ribbon. You need ribbon and name tags and envelopes and stamps for celebrating Valentine's Day. You need tissue paper. You need gift bags. You need the colorful designs for those bags. And now, clear my throat. Candy. Do you like candy, Lady J?
I like chocolate-covered cherries.
Oh, okay.
And chocolate-covered strawberries.
Okay. See? So you're ready to go.
I'm ready to go.
Well, in the candy, which this is where the feel-good comes in. In the candy, there's sugar, there's chocolate, and if you need it, there's sugar-free substances for those who can't indulge. There's flavoring, there's caramel, and those cherries that you spoke about.
Yes.
Think about it, everybody. Just close your eyes for a second and take a deep breath and realize the machinery that's necessary to mass produce those things that I just named. I mean, we're talking about boxes and boxes of sweeties. And then there's the design strategy. Somebody's benefiting from the design strategy of those containers, whether it's a tin can or whether it's an iced cake. Some people get cakes when they have Valentine's celebration. Everybody doesn't eat candy. They like cakes, cupcakes, and those kind of...
Cakes with hearts decorated with candy hearts all over the cake.
Oh, girl.
Floor arrangements as well. On the cars, there are, like you said, there are designers who design the cars. There's pendants that can be bought, jewelry.
That's true.
So it's not just that, but there's jewelry that can be bought for Valentine's Day.
Oh, honey, we're going to talk about it all. Listen to this. The fruit industry benefits.
Yes. Like I said, chocolate-covered cherries, chocolate-covered strawberries, fruit baskets that are made.
The cheese industry benefits.
Oh, wine and cheese. Lots of wine and cheese.
She's into this thing. Are you all into this thing? Hey.
I love Valentine's Day.
Well, then love is the key. Love and feelings.
Yep. I love Valentine's Day because I've been shown what love is. And so.
Oh, do we have to that's a whole nother show. We can't do that on this show.
Well, at least let me say this comment will relate to my show with New Money, since we're about social media. There are also, these days, there are electronic cards. that you could send someone. You could design a card on your computer on your phone with video footage and moving little things and icons and emojis, and send an electronic card to someone as well.
Okay, so let's go further then. Let's talk about alcohol, the alcohol industry. It's
Red
huge.
wine and white wine are probably typically bought quite a bit to go, like I said, wine and cheese.
Every kind of wine, and we're not talking about just wine, but let's think about drinks, period. So if you don't consume alcohol, then there's coffee, there's tea, there are colas, there are fruit drinks themselves, and there's those bottles they look like champagne, however, it's carbonated fruit drinks.
Correct.
Those are all.
And sometimes for holidays like Valentine's Day, certain places will make a special flavor just in honor of Valentine's Day.
Oh, that sounds so nice. But it makes you feel special.
Yes.
Yes, and that's the key. Feeling is the key. So with the alcohol industry, just think about this. The mixers that are provided: cherry, lime, lemon, olives, if you're doing Bloody Marys, or, if you're doing martinis, you need olives. All these people who provide this service for you are banking big time on this holiday season in particular. Just think about ice. Lady,
ice? Oh, yes.
Yeah, just think about ice. The consumption of ice. And then there are also party favors, because Valentine's Day, you party. Oh, there are holiday parties. So you need party favors. You need paper, utensils, napkins. You need all those things as well. Toothpicks. How many trees were taken down for some toothpicks? Is Libby getting a little bit petty? Maybe. But if you're a tree,
I thought about that one, but yes, toothpicks.
Yeah, if you're being a little bit petty, toothpicks, sure. Yeah. So what ends up happening is I get to thinking about this stuff because I dearly love trees, do you see? Then there's plasticware. And then you got to think about the disposal of all that we've been talking about. The trash companies, they get their money based on consumers using this holiday as celebrating this holiday. That was based on a legend of a she-wolf that raised two children, Romulus and Remus, and they were the ones that created the very city of Rome. Okay? And because it is a legend, pagan legend, it was incorporated into the church and church practices and traditions by honoring this practice under the name of Saint Valentine. You with me so far?
So far, yes.
What do you think about that? Do you attend church?
I do, and every time I hear this historic account of how Valentine's Day came to be, I have to admit I forget that part about it is a pagan holiday like many other holidays, and has been ingrained or has been woven into the fabric of religion.
Yeah. One of the things that I did learn in 2017 is to keep an open mind, because we weren't given every detail. We weren't always given the truth. And if you did your homework, you would find these tidbits here. And then you have to decide whether or not it's something you want to participate in. That's pretty much how I functioned in 2017. Now this year is more like fact-finding and then making decisions as to whether or not I want to continue it. Christmas was a huge one for me. I had to just stop and think about Christmas and the reason for trees and the reason for bulbs and and then find other things that I could substitute for the stuff I didn't want to practice anymore. So I created my own. I created my own traditions. But let's go with the garment industry. Okay? Let's just do that. Valentine's Day. Now you think about it, and the $13 billion that is involved in everybody's pocket. Okay, so here we go. The garment industry. We're talking about clothes, shoes.
Clothes.
Yes.
Mainly, typically, this is heavily done by the ladies of ladies, because women like to buy certain garments because they want to look good for their significant other, husband, boyfriend, things of that sort. Sometimes men will get into it.
Yes.
Men will be buying things for their ladies. But typically that's a big industry for women around Valentine's Day.
Well, we're talking...
There's even some stores that center their beginning of the year sales around Valentine's Day.
Yes,
in the garment industry. Like Victoria's Secret, for example.
Well, let's just start with clothes. So now we're talking lingerie.
Yes.
Right? We're talking... now I'm going to do this one time. Shoulder shoes. You've heard of shoulder shoes?
No, I have not heard of shoulder shoes.
I was hoping you'd say yes. But I was introduced to the term of shoulder shoes years ago. And what it amounts to, it is very, very sexy shoes that one wears during lovemaking.
Oh!
Oh, she hit the high note. Oh, my goodness. And we're going to move on. Makeup industry certainly benefits because the red lipsticks are consumed. Because I have red lipstick on now. I did that for the sake of this particular subject. And then, of course, think about it, salon appointments. Because when you are preparing for Valentine's Day, you want to look good. So you go to your salon appointments, you have your nails done, your hair done, you get massages. You can even give those as gifts. And then there are wig sales. This all has to do with the garment industry that benefits from the very celebration and the sweet manipulation of Valentine's Day. Then let's do some examples. You ready?
Yes.
Gift card industry, we talked about that. Then there's the restaurant industry. Think about the food industry. Think about grocery shopping for Valentine's Day. If you're going to do something special for someone regarding a meal, then you're going to go to the grocery store if you don't go to a restaurant. And in that grocery store shopping, you're going to get fish, beef, pork, whatever that is, but you're going to pay. And you know what? When you go to the grocery store, you better be on time and in time or ahead of time. Because a lot of the stuff that's normally available during the rest of the month, you can't get it after a certain time because of the shopping, because of that need for that industry. So if you want to have fish, lobster or scallops or any of that, you better be there early.
Yes.
Then there's the hotel industry.
Yes.
Even the employees who work in the hotels, they work very diligently to make sure that every accommodation is taken care of.
Yes,
so
they do.
If you need to go to a hotel, then you better make your reservations early. There's a cost for that. There's your transportation for that, which I hadn't talked about transportation yet. But just the hotel industry alone, all the things that we spoke about earlier fall in line with that hotel industry. You might just want to go there as a getaway, You might just want to do that. Then there's the jewelry industry. You mentioned jewelry earlier.
Yes, I did.
Why?
Because in the jewelry industry, people sometimes will buy a bracelet for their loved one, a watch, a necklace, some earrings, a pendant.
You're right.
A ring.
You're right. And there's also a reason for that. There's a little bit further in my notes. I'll share that with you. That ring on the finger or the bracelet or the cuff around your wrist, that I believe it's Victorian, but I'll check just to be sure. But that, too, is a practice that we get ourselves involved with when it comes to Valentine's Day. It feels good for somebody to give you a gift. And that gift is a jewelry. There's also, now you ready? I know you ready. The music industry.
Oh, yes.
Oh, yeah? Why do you say, oh, yes?
Love songs. Lots of love songs, extra special love songs. Some people do special albums just around Valentine's Day. They might release a special single just because it's Valentine's Day.
Yes, you're right. So folks like Will Downing and Luther and Floetry and all, they all benefit from this because of the use of their music. I mean,
Correct.
Who can say it better than, somebody who can sing it to you?
Oh, yes.
Oh, she went there. 1-877-932-9766. You could call, talk about your delicious manipulations. The candle industry, we don't think about that very much, but there's a lot of candles that are burned during Valentine's Day.
Yes, there are.
Mm-hmm. How about fragrance?
Oh, yes. Fragrances, colognes, perfumes, incense.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yes.
Do you
Those
have a
things get
favorite
burned during
incense or
Valentine's Day.
cologne, or do you have a favorite?
Do I have a favorite?
Yes. Favorite fragrance?
Well, I like things that are lavender scent. Lavender.
Yes.
And vanilla.
Yes. Yes.
Think they have a nice soft cherry smell.
Oh, okay. Because cherry seems to be a thing for you. I got it. I get it.
I like cherries.
I get it. I do. Now, I want you to be aware that there's another one. We're going to talk about it just a little bit. It's the sensual and sex industry when it comes to Valentine's Day. Where'd your thoughts go?
Yes. Because in that industry, that's where, if I may say it, the sensual and sex industry booms as well, because for those who may not have a significant other but still love themselves, may treat themselves to a thing they can play with.
Oh, you made me just stop breathing. Okay. Playing with your toys? Is that what you're saying?
Yes, play with your toys. Your grown folk toys, not your kiddie toys.
Hey, it's part of the industry. It's part of celebrating Valentine's Day. I would imagine, and I'm gonna just stretch myself a bit, but it might be a very nice thing that these toys that you spoke about, you can share them with someone. Yeah?
Yes.
All right.
If you have someone you can't share them with, please share. Sharing's fun.
Yo, I just want everyone to be aware that Talktainment is now on Facebook TV. So log into facebook.com/Talktainment. You can now hear and see your favorite program. So go to facebook.com/Talktainment, and you can also like us. We're interested in your thoughts and your comments. Whew. Let me, there's a couple more of these that I thoroughly enjoyed reading, and I'd like to share as well. You know, child care is very much a part of the Valentine's Day celebration?
Because those who have little ones may want to make sure that the little ones will be taken care of for a short while they have their date night with their special someone.
Yes.
Wife, spouse, significant other.
There's money to be had. I used to do that. I used to babysit so the grown-ups could go out. Now think about this, where money comes in and money goes out. Bars, clubs, night spots, after-hour places, and private parties. A lot of money spent there.
Yes.
Utilizing the very things that we spoke about so far. The hospitals, the emergency services, the ambulance services for mishaps and accidents and healthcare issues, they also are on task during the holiday of Valentine's Day. Too much drinking, car accident, any of those things. Thankful that they are available to us if needed. And I will mention one other one. It's a shame, but it's the truth. But it's the funeral services. Would you believe that?
I kind of can see that.
Well, you know, during Valentine's, my understanding is that depression can be stepped up because everybody's not happy about Valentine's Day. There are those who actually get depressed. They don't feel like, well, they just don't feel like it, you know? They have their reasons for being down. And Valentine's Day...
They lost someone on Valentine's Day. Could be because of a breakup. It It could be because they don't have anyone at the moment.
It could be any number of things.
Yeah.
However, that depression piece represents matters of the heart. And Valentine's Day is supposedly about the matters of the heart, right?
Correct.
Okay, well, there's that other side of the feel-good side. There's the negative side. So some people literally will die of a broken heart.
Yes.
During this time. So let's talk about the heart and some of the other aspects that go along with Valentine's Day. With the heart itself, it's the seat of all emotions and feelings. So when we're talking about the heart and Valentine's Day, it's the seat of all emotions and feelings. There's a selfless act of giving everything to somebody you love. You just feel that in your heart, as they say. Then there are ribbons and laces and frills associated with love and romance. Since the days when a knight would ride into battle, he'd be sporting a scarf or a handkerchief from his lady love. Okay, so that's where, that's where the ribbons and laces and frills come from. And then, of course, Cupid represents desire and transfixes the hearts of youth and maidens. So see, that's why Cupid is a part of this Valentine's celebration. Then the roses, if you juggle the letters of roses, the word eros comes up. E-R-O-S. And he's the god of love. Were you aware of that?
No.
Eros.
I just learned something new. Thank you.
Well, Eros is a significant god of love. And go back to what I had said in the beginning of this conversation. These practices, the act of practicing the festival of for Valentine's Day, originated with pagan practice, and it was then incorporated into the church, changed over to Saint Valentine's, the patron saint of love, and accepted. It's easy to accept it that way than to accept it through knowing that the origin of Valentine's Day is pagan. And then you start using wonderful things to make it easy and enjoyable. Cupid was one of those. And then let's talk about some of the other colors. You mentioned the fragrance. Which one? Was it lavender?
Lavender, vanilla.
All right. Okay, well, these are the promotions for other colors that are used during Valentine's Day. Everybody don't do roses, but they love lavender because it represents enchantment and uniqueness. Orange represents fascination. Dark pink represents thankfulness and friendship and admiration. So if somebody gives you a flower that's dark pink, that's what that represents for them and to you. Red represents love, respect, and courage. Peach represents modesty, gratitude, and sympathy. Then there's so many more of these to go for our Valentine's celebration. Just know that with that, we love you, and TalkTainmentRadio.com, the world's greatest radio, is radio the way it should be heard. Happy Valentine's Day.